Tripoint Conversations, and I'm your host, Christina Lowe. And today's conversation is with someone whose life, at first glance, looks bold, confident, and even a little unexpected. If you see Shannon Burton today, you see someone walking runways, showing up in her 50s in ways most people don't, willing to take risks, and willing to be seen. But that version of her didn't just happen. And that's why we're here today, to understand how she got here. Shannon, I'm really glad you're here.
I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you. So let's go back before people see what you're doing today. You were a college athlete. What sport did you play, and what did that season of your life look like?
So growing up, I played just about everything. Started with soccer and went to softball and ran track, volleyball, and basketball. And cheerleading. I started off with in cheerleading, and in middle school, the basketball coach came up to me and said, "You have to play." I was already 5'10", maybe in seventh grade. And she said, "Please play basketball." And I was not interested whatsoever. But she said, just hold your hands up. You'll be fine. Like, just come and try it. Mm-hmm. And I fell in love with it. My dad played college basketball, so he was thrilled that I was interested. And I just took to that. And when I was a sophomore in high school, my dad said, "You have enough talent to like play in college if this is what you want to do. So choose your sport. And if you want to play college basketball, I will help you get there." And I said, "Yeah, absolutely. I want a scholarship." And that was it. Like we went to town. I did all the AAU things, camps, recruiting camps, all of the things, and ended up getting a scholarship to Duke University to play. And it was the best experience of my life. I don't think I can even try to describe. It just teaches you so much about life in general, and how to be strong. And it was wonderful. I look back and have such great memories. So,
and how would you describe yourself back then?
Stubborn. I was a very, very determined person, and I think I've always kind of been that way. I set a goal, and when I set my sights on something, I will do anything to get there. And I've just been that way for the longest time. I think I got a lot of it from my dad. But stubborn is one thing, resilient. And I just was a really hard worker. I just knew if I wanted to be good at something, I would have to give my full effort. And that's what I did.
Yeah, you say stubborn, but I would also say determined.
Yeah, determined. That's a really good thing. I just knew when I wanted something, and I didn't let anything stand in my way. Honestly, I signed my letter of intent to go to Duke, and 6 days later, I blew my knee out as a senior.
Oh, wow.
And so I had to have ACL reconstruction, and I was devastated, but I was like, okay, this is a hurdle, obviously. I was grateful that I signed my national letter of intent before it happened. But I was determined I'm going to go at my freshman year of college, and I am not going to wear anything on my knee. Nobody will ever know this happened. And so I just rehabbed and rehabbed and rehabbed. And it's just, I don't know. It's just who I am.
It's like, it just,
yeah.
So from there, what did life look like? A traditional path of getting married and...
Yeah. So I played basketball for Duke for 3 years, transferred to Butler University because I'm from Indianapolis. I went to Zionsville High School. I transferred to Butler, and I played basketball for Butler. And I met my children's father, Eric. He played football for Butler. And, after graduation, we moved back to Louisville. He's from here. He went to St. X. We moved to Louisville, and 5 years later, I think, I got married at 26, 27. And we tried to have children for 5 years, and had to go through the whole in vitro path, it took a toll. It was really, really difficult. Got pregnant with boy-girl twins, and it was amazing and wonderful. And so we just kind of went down that road, and we were both personal trainers. He's still a personal trainer, which is 25, 30 years later.
Yeah.
So he's still doing that. But yeah, it just took a kind of a traditional route.
What was that like back then? The season of life back then?
It was all about, I always wanted to be a mom. I absolutely always wanted to be a mom. And it was all about them. It was all about the kids. And sadly, we lost our son when he was almost 4 months old. And I told Eric at the time, I said, I don't care what we have to do, but I will spend every waking day with Hannah, his sister. I said, I just, even if we have to eat ramen noodles every day, I don't want to miss a day in her life. I'd always wanted to be a mom, and just being home with Hannah and being with her every single day so that I could watch her grow. I couldn't imagine at that time giving her to someone like a daycare or something just after losing Riley. There was just no way in my heart I could do it.
Yeah.
So crazy enough, Riley passed away November 11th of 2004, and I found out I was pregnant naturally around Easter the following year, 2005, with our Haley, which we were told that will never happen. You will never get pregnant on your own. God had other plans for us.
Yeah.
So we named Haley after Hannah and Riley combined. So her name is Hailey, with Hannah and Riley. So she is our Christmas baby. She was, her due date was December 25th. I had a C-section and she came home on December 19th. And so her name is Haley Noel. And the girls are 18 months apart and they're best friends. And now they play lacrosse together in college. And it's amazing. Yeah.
When you think back, then what do you think was guiding you through that season of life?
My faith. There's absolutely no way I would have made it without my faith. Honestly, at the time, it was so difficult because we had tried so hard to have kids. And it was like we had the perfect scenario with these boy-girl twins. I had a beautiful pregnancy. They were born 5 weeks early, but that's very typical for twins. And I mean, they were just thriving. And with Riley, he literally got like a cold. And I took him in because he looked like he was having trouble breathing. He really didn't want to eat much. And they made us go directly to Kosare. And it was like a whirlwind. His heart rate was crazy and they were going to shock his heart. Long story short, they put him on a heart transplant list, and then his heart was healing, and the doctors were blown away.
Yeah.
They had no idea how this could happen. I did. We were praying, and we go to Southeast, and we had people coming from Southeast praying with us, and it was amazing. And then they found out he had a staph infection that was shutting down his organs, and that's how it ended up happening. It was crazy. So I know that without my faith, I'd probably still be in bed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that difficult at the time. And, but I also had Hannah. I had a newborn at home that I had to take care of. And so she was kind of my saving grace as well. And, I tell her that all the time. You saved mommy's life. You really did.
Yeah.
And, she did. She's a gift, and Haley comes along and, she saved my life as well. So it's just
helped to guide you.
Yeah. The girls are really, really special to me. Yeah.
And then at some point, as you were being a mom, things shifted a little bit, and it sounds like you gave a lot of yourself to your children.
Yeah.
And then in your 30s, you decided it's time to model, or how did that happen?
A little bit. It's the craziest thing. Just as be as tall as I am, I got asked, obviously, played basketball. Yes, I played basketball. But I also got asked if I model. And, I used to think, absolutely not. No, I don't do that. And then I started thinking, well, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try it. And when I was 35, there was a show on TV Land called She's Got the Look. And I thought it was really neat. I used to watch America's Next Top Model all the time, and I'd watch the photo shoots and I'd be so amazed with them all. And I thought it was really cool because they had this show for women over 35, and it was very similar to America's Next Top Model, but it was for older women. And so I got so interested in that. I thought, wow, there is life after that. Like, models can do that. Like, you can model this late. And so I got really interested in the show, and I used to watch it. And then I would go on the Facebook their Facebook page, and I would make comments. Oh, I think so-and-so is going to win. Oh, she looks so pretty today. And one time when I went on there, I said, Cindy's got this in the bag. Like, she's going to win. And Cindy responded, like the actual woman that was on the show. And I just got so like starstruck, and I thought, oh my gosh. And she talked to me on there and said, if there's another season of this, you should go out for it. And I was like, oh, she really said that. Maybe, that's crazy. Should I really do that? And we ended up like striking up this friendship online. It was very bizarre. But the day that, and she did end up winning, by the way.
You called it.
Yeah. And the day that they announced the second season coming was my son's Angel Day.
Oh.
And I just thought, okay, like maybe he's up there going, Mom, it's time for you to live now. Like you've done your momming. Like take care of yourself. Do something for yourself. It just was ironic that was the day. And so I did. I ended up flying out to California and, auditioning for this show, and I made the show. And so that's kind of how it started. When I came back to Louisville, I signed with an agency here, and it just took off from there. So
what was life like? Because you were still a mom, but modeling and being a mom at the same time.
It really didn't initially take up that much of my time. Modeling is kind of a side hustle, if you will. You get auditions, and so it didn't really take away from me being a mom. I think it was just something fun to do at the time. Yeah.
Your confidence. How did modeling help or hurt your confidence?
A little bit of both. I think a little bit of both. Auditions are tough, and it's a tough business. So yeah, initially you're like, I got to develop a thicker skin here because you can get your feelings hurt, and you do have to be confident. If you're not confident in front of the camera, it shows, so quickly, and you won't be successful. So I kind of had to go through a season of change with that too, and just figure out who I am and what I can bring out and what I can show that's just me.
Yeah.
And realize that I have to be myself. There's nothing, I can't compare myself to other people. I can't do what they do, but they can't do what I do either. So it just had to be a change for me. Yeah.
And did you have someone mentoring you along the way to help guide you?
Cindy.
Yeah,
she really did. She was amazing for me. She actually got me my first photo shoot to get my first initial pictures with a photographer in LA. And it was amazing. She was just really kind to me, and she said someone did that for her. And so she was paying it forward. So it was really, she did help me build up my confidence a lot. So.
And showed you the steps to kind of get everything ready and what to do. And
absolutely. Yeah. Modeling's a lot different than I thought it would be. You think it's just smiling in front of the camera, and it's a lot more than that. It was a lot more difficult than I ever suspected. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning every day.
What was more difficult than you thought it would be?
I think, just getting out the emotion. Not all pictures are smiley and happy. And I had a really hard time with that. Stoic, sultry, those type of pictures. I'm a smiler, so it's easy for me to do those type of things. But when you're trying to bring out another emotion, it was very difficult for me to learn. I had to practice in the mirror, practice my faces, my facial expressions, and see it. As goofy as you feel, it was work. That was practice. You had to do it.
Yeah. So it wasn't just all smiles.
Not all smiles. No.
What advice would you give someone if they were struggling with confidence or thinking about getting into the modeling business?
That's tough. Both my daughters wanted to do it at a time. And it's difficult. You have to be comfortable in your own skin to start. You just do. It's like anything else. You have to learn it. You have to practice it. You have to not worry about what anybody else thinks, what their view is of you. People are going to talk anyway, right?
Yeah.
So
let them.
Yeah, let them. Exactly. It took me a long time. It took me a really long time to feel confident in my own skin. I really probably didn't until I hit 50. And it was like a switch. And it was like, why am I worrying about this?
Yeah.
I need to just be me. And the world's going to talk anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be either a positive thing about you or a negative thing about you. And you can't control either one. So And I've told my daughters that too, that you're going to have haters. You're going to have people not like you. Not everybody's going to like you, and that's okay. Just be who you are.
Yeah.
You know,
And don't let that stop you from doing what you want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's tough, especially in the world of social media right now. I mean, they compare themselves to everybody and anything. And, oh, I can't do that, or I can't wear that, or I can't. It's mind numbing.
Yeah. All the things they can't do, or they think they can't do.
They think they can't do.
Yeah. And then, you talk about in your 50s. So a whole nother layer.
A whole nother layer.
Finalist of the 2023 Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
Well, so it was 2022.
Okay.
And
2022.
it was, yes. So they have every year, and I'm trying to think when they started it. Sports Illustrated Swim does a swim search, and thousands upon thousands of women all over the world, internationally. It was international. I don't think it is anymore, but the year that I did it, it was an international thing. And you could submit an audition to possibly win a chance to be in the magazine. I was one of 7 finalists in 2022. So I was turning 50, and I just wanted to do something outlandish.
Yeah.
I really did. I thought, I realized this was coming up, and I thought, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna actually just submit this video. I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And see what happens. And I got a call back. They wanted to meet with me, and I thought, this is insane. I can't believe this. So they set up a Zoom call, and I thought it was gonna be, one of the editors or something. And it was MJ Day herself, who is the editor-in-chief of SI Swim. And when I saw her face on there, I could not believe this was happening to me.
Did it make you think like this is more real than I thought?
This is a lot more real than I thought. And she, she was so pleasant and amazing. And she asked me about my modeling career and how I started. And the way she told me, she said, I think that your son's going to be looking down on you as you rock the runway in Miami. And wow. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. I mean, I just cried for like 5 minutes. But they flew me out to Miami, and I walked with these models that I'd been looking in magazines. Yeah. It was just amazing. And one would think when I got there that I would be a nervous wreck. And I was so joyful. Like if you look back on the tapes of me walking the runway, I am the happiest person on the planet. No nerves, I felt like I was right where I wanted to be. It was really quite an experience. It was amazing.
And did you think you felt your son while you were
I do.
there? Yeah.
I do. That was probably the most confident I've ever felt in my life. And I don't really even know why. I think that I was proud of myself.
Yeah.
I was proud of myself for putting myself out there that far that, I just couldn't help but be that excited. And I don't know, my daughters were proud of me. My husband was there, like right front and center. One of my best friends was there. It was
such a support system for you.
Yes. Yeah. It was really great.
That's amazing. What was it like stepping out on the runway there for the first time?
Exhilarating.
Just,
it's a very vulnerable position to be in. You're in a bathing suit, and this is being filmed and it's online, and there's going to be photos all over the internet afterwards. It's nerve-wracking, but it just was exhilarating to me. I mean, I look back on it now, and I was on the runway with Katie Austin and Brooks Nader. But Brooks Nader is now everywhere. Camille Kostick, all these beautiful, incredible women that I had just looked up to, and here I was with them. Hunter McGrady, these women have made such a difference for so many other women and I was just up there with them. It was really, really cool.
But what an inspiration to other women. I mean, because they had that experience, but you also made it. You were there with them, and you belonged there.
Oh, thank you. I think it took me a long time to go, you did that. You did that. And I just have never looked at myself as in my 50s anyway. So people are like, you did that when you were 50? And I was like, well, yeah.
Was that 50?
I don't know. I still don't look at myself. I'm 54 now, and I'm like, I still don't feel that way. But yeah, I guess I it does warm my heart when I hear other women say, you really inspired me.
Yeah.
And I did this because you inspired me to just go for it or whatever. It does make a huge difference to me. Yeah.
Did you think that you would be able to use this as a platform to kind of show other women confidence?
I hope that I am. I hope, I continue to do things like that in the hopes that maybe somebody will be lifted up by it, or just not put these limitations on themselves, because I think we as women do that all the time. I can't do that now because I'm a mom. I can't do that now because of this. I'm a wife, or I can't now I'm too old to change careers, or
it's too late.
Right. And I just, I hope that I do inspire women to go, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I want to do that. So go for it. Like, what's stopping you?
Yeah.
You're the only one stopping you from doing it. And that's the same thing I tell my daughters all the time. You're the only one stopping you from doing anything that you want to do. You are capable of doing anything. And, constantly telling myself that, I do hope it inspires other people.
Because you being bold does show other people that they can also take that step to be bold and do something that they thought they couldn't do.
Right. Correct. Along the way, though, I do feel like, and it's unfortunate, but I do feel like you lose people along the way. People that don't understand why you're doing what you're doing, or, your motivation or the point of it. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I have lost some girlfriends along the way, and that's tough, but it's still things that I want to do. Like right now I'm a Victoria's Secret ambassador. There are some friends of mine in their 50s that absolutely do not understand that whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But for me, I'm trying to point out, I'm 54. It's still okay to shop at Victoria's Secret. It's still okay to wear this. It's still okay to feel beautiful.
Yeah.
And, you don't have to be a specific size, a specific age, a specific color, not all of it. Just go for it. Do what you want to do. And I've got a really good support system in my husband. He thinks it's amazing that I'm doing these things. He doesn't get worried that I'm putting things like that online. He's like, you look amazing. Like, put that out there.
Yes.
My daughters
proud
are,
of you.
Yes. And my daughters are proud of me. I think and my mom's proud of me. That makes the difference for me. I think if I were doing something, or going for something, and my daughters or my husband were like, I don't feel really comfortable with that, that would change everything. But I have this just support system, these cheerleaders that are pushing me to do stuff. And I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your husband has actually gotten into it with you with the modeling.
Yes.
Yeah. What was that like to have him join you for that?
We work so well together. And there's a lot of companies that are looking for real life couples for their shoots, that they want the chemistry on set. And so it's great. It's great being able to do those things with him. I have been asked so many times, does your husband model too? He's 6'4" and he's super attractive. I'm a little partial, but and they always say, you guys look so great together. Does he model as well? And he's like, oh, I don't model. I don't model. I'm like, but you should. And finally he's just like, all right, I'm going to try. I mean, he used to do it a long time ago, but he never really got into it. He tried, and then he was like, I don't know that this is my thing. And now he really likes it. So it's funny because he likes doing it, but if I go to just take a picture of him and he's like, why are we taking pictures? Which is very odd.
It's just a picture. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What advice would you give yourself as you think about how you've gone through your career and you think back on the early years?
I wish I would have had more confidence earlier to start things earlier. I'm proud of myself for continuing to push. I've been very, very, very resilient in my life. I think that I could have given up on a lot of things a long time ago based on some of the heartaches that I've gone through.
Yeah.
My husband and I lost a daughter. So we've had these continual losses and I just keep bouncing back from them somehow. And I'm not exactly sure how. Like I said, I guess it's part of it is my faith and part is my support system. I'm just that stubborn that I just want to continue to go for things. I don't know.
And not set limits or
Not set
boundaries or
limits.
ceilings. Yeah.
No, I still have things that I want to do. Setting my sights on trying to create a line of clothing for tall women, something that I can pass down to my daughters. So I'm learning how to, I've already got the name, I've already got the logo, well, I've got all the fun things.
Yeah.
But I'm learning, how do I start? Do I start with the fabric? Do I start with, the design? So I'm learning all those things too. It's just fun for me to
learn,
to
to grow. Yeah.
What's the next thing that I'm going to do? What's the next thing I want to try? So I just am constantly looking for that type of thing. So.
And have you brought your daughters into the business as well, or talk to them about decision making about it?
Yeah. So they know, and they love it. They
Yeah.
love that. That's just what I'm trying to do. We're trying to bring them into everything. So my husband just decided to get his real estate license, and we just renovated our first home. We closed on it last week, so that was exciting.
Congratulations.
We've just changed everything. Like we're not going to work for anybody else anymore. We're going to do this because this is what we've wanted to do for our whole life. Let's just go for it. And so he's doing that. I've become a TikTok influencer, which is very odd.
Yeah.
But I just started putting content out there, and it took off. And now I've got companies reaching out and sending me things. And
Yeah.
so that's kind of a new thing for me that's taking off in a new direction. So we're just trying new things.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is just the most bizarre thing. Some of the things that are coming to our front door, and I'm just welcoming it all in. Like, let's just try that too.
Is there something that as you try it that says, yes, this is worth it to step into?
Oh yeah. I mean, we got so much out of this first house renovation. I mean, we did all the demo ourselves, which was super fun.
Yeah.
But I got to, use my little design bug, and everything that we wanted in our house, we put in this renovation house.
Yeah.
And we just, like I said, we just closed on it last week. And this gentleman that's moving in, he's so happy. And like, it's been so rewarding to see his happiness. And we're just ready to get our next one. As far as this TikTok stuff, I didn't realize you could make so much money doing this.
Yeah.
It was just something fun that I started to do. And now I'm getting these products sent to me for free. And yeah, that's been totally worth it. I love it. I love to get these new things and try these new things. And it's another way to make women in my age group feel good about themselves. I'm on TikTok with no makeup on, doing skincare and showing them this is how you can look. This is what you can do.
Yeah.
I just want to empower women to feel their very best. And so, yeah, it's been really rewarding to do that.
And I know a lot of people are trying to get on TikTok. If someone was, what advice would you tell them to grow their platform and followers?
Just be yourself, because that's what they really want to see. Be yourself at your most vulnerable. Like I said, no makeup on in the morning, mixing up your protein drink. What they just want to see real life. They want to know that, oh, she's just like me.
Yeah.
She
can relate
She
to.
looks like that in the morning. She's just like me. And so they can be relatable, be yourself. Don't get me wrong. It's not all roses and butterflies. I have had some really nasty keyboard warriors on there as well. But, I have this way of, and my husband said it's a gift. I have this way of typing back to them in a way that almost makes them feel silly for what they just said.
Yeah.
Because I'm not nasty or mean. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah.
And I wish that you'd be happier, or, I don't know,
But it's not like you take it personal or you let their words affect you.
No, it's difficult. I mean, because they'll just really come after you, and they don't just say little things. I mean, they'll go after your body type or your age, they'll attack whatever they can. So that'd be tough too. If I'm giving advice to someone being on TikTok, you gotta ignore it.
Yeah.
Gotta ignore that part. If
I'm
you
sure
can do that.
Yeah, mind blowing to think, why even bother to stop and comment? Keep going.
That's what I say. Keep scrolling. You don't have to like what I'm doing. It's okay. Unfollow, stop scrolling.
Yeah.
Or keep scrolling. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, because my daughters would get really upset
For you.
seeing a comment. And they're like, oh, Mom, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. It
It'll be
doesn't
fine.
affect you. You have your core support system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been it's been a learning curve. It has, but totally worth it. And I think that's helped me with confidence as well, even though it may not seem like that would be helping your confidence. But I think just learning, okay, that hurt a little bit, but just brush it off and move on. And I'm still doing it. It's not going to stop me from doing it.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop me. So
you have your clothing line that you're putting together. What else is coming up for you?
Well, I've been doing some helpful things for friends, derby season's here. So I've been doing some shoots for fascinators and hats and things like that. And I've taken on a role to help one of my really talented friends with her fascinator and hat line. So I'm doing a lot of the PR stuff for her. And that's been really fun, modeling the stuff, but also helping her get some sales and get things out there to show her work. So I love doing that. Anything and everything that comes my way, right? I'll just try anything.
So it sounds like you had a strong mentor and guide, but then you're also giving back to others to help guide them where you can.
I really hope that I am. It's nice because I do get inbox messages sometimes just from random women that are, they tell me, gosh, you've really inspired me to do this. I did this because, I've been following you and I've been seeing the things that you've done. So I just went for this. And those kind of things mean everything.
Yeah.
I love to see things like that and get those things. So like I said, I'm not always going to be inspirational to everybody, but I do feel like I bring just a level of why not to people.
I was just thinking the words, why not?
Why not? Why not me? Why, why is it everybody else that is doing this? Go for it. You want to do that? Go and do that. Even my own mother, my mom's like, well, she just turned 82 or 83. I can't remember. Sorry. But, she's like, well, I don't think I can wear that anymore. I'm like, Mom, do you want to wear that? Do you like that? Well, yes, but I just don't think it's appropriate. Wear it. Yeah. And now she's like, I'm going to wear that.
She feels free.
Yeah. And it's just, I just feel like once people get that into their head, I can do that. Why can't I do that? I think I kind of live by that.
Like, why not you?
Why not? Yeah. I mean, it's just like you with this podcast.
Yes.
Right?
That's what started it. I was like, why not me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You've been listening to podcasts. Why can't I do a podcast?
Absolutely. Yeah. And there's so many stories to tell. And that's what got me started was I want to help people tell their stories. It's like, why not?
Amazing.
I can host it.
Yeah. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. All right. I want to shift into a quick lightning round of quick answer question answers.
Oh boy. Okay.
One word that describes this season of your life.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something your daughters would say about you that's true.
I'm sensitive.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. Stubborn but sensitive.
Stubborn but sensitive. Okay. A fear you've recently faced.
Wow. I think that you think when your children are little, you worry about them all the time. Now that my girls are 20 and 21 and they're off at school, I worry about them more than ever.
Yeah.
Driving and they're on road trips with their team and going out with friends, all those things.
Yes.
I think that's my biggest fear. Just worrying about them on a daily basis.
I've got little ones, so I can't even imagine when they get to that age what that fear is going to be like. It's
a whole different set of fears.
Yes.
Yeah.
A place that feels like peace to you.
Home with my husband. Just home with my husband and my dog. Yeah.
Something that people would be surprised to know about you.
That's a hard one. I might have to come back to that.
So much is known. You've shared so much.
I have shared a lot. It makes me tear up when I think about it. I think because my dad adopted me when I was 3. My older sister and I. And a lot of people don't know that he wasn't my biological dad because he played basketball in college and he's tall. We have the same middle name.
So they just assume.
Yeah. And he just was really special to me. I was kind of a daddy's girl. So yeah, people don't really know that he wasn't my biological father, but he is my dad and will always be. He's passed away now, but yeah.
But it sounds like he had a big impact in your life.
Huge. Yeah, a great big impact in my life. So just very, I don't know that people know that about him or me. And I'm not ashamed of that or by any stretch, but it's amazing to me that he loved my sister and I enough to give us his last name. So to me, that's pretty amazing.
What's one thing that you learned from him that you'll carry forward?
I really do think I got a lot of my stubbornness from him. Just to work for what you want. He was ex-military, college basketball. He had the scoring record in the state of Indiana for most points per game. He held that for, up until maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Wow.
Incredible. And I just think he taught me how to just be a hard worker. And if I wanted something, I had to go for it. Yeah. I think I got a lot of that from him.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that, but I do think that.
Yeah. That it is possible, but you have to work for it.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, like I said, he asked me when I was a sophomore in high school, do you want to get a college basketball scholarship? And I said, yes. He said, are you willing to do what it takes to get there? And I held my breath and said, yes. He said, all right. And man, did he push me after that. Yeah.
But if you said you wanted to do it, then he was willing to put the work in with you.
So it was, 3 camps a summer and an AAU team and getting up in the morning and running wind sprints in the court. I mean, he was a pusher.
Yeah.
And we would fight. But, when I look back, I wouldn't have gotten a scholarship without him. There's absolutely no way.
Yeah.
So I owe a lot of that to him.
Yeah. Any other advice that you would give someone listening?
A few things. Listening to that inner voice that you have. If there's something that interests you or you really want to do, to listen to that voice and find out how you could make those things come to fruition. Because I think we all have them. I think there's always things that, you may be in your regular 9-to-5 job and thinking, gosh, I really would love to do this, but that's just a pipe dream. There's no way. I want people to listen to that. Because I think there's something to that. Yeah. Just like you've discovered.
Yeah.
And so if you listen to that right away, you never know where it will take you. Yeah.
Be open to listen to that. Yeah.
Be open to listen to it. Yeah. I mean, and your dreams they're yours. They don't have to be what everybody else thinks you should be doing. Even when I graduated from college, I went into personal training. It was like, but you didn't have to go to college to be a personal trainer. I know, but this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. I've told my girls that too. They're trying to get their majors established. And they're like, Mom, I don't really have that big passionate thing that's pushing me. And so I say, get a business degree and then figure it out. Yeah. It's okay.
And you can change it along the way.
You can change it. Yeah, absolutely. There are different seasons of your life. And you discover new things about yourself all the time. Yeah. But if you listen to what's driving you, what your passions are, go that direction. Yeah. Go the direction of your passions and just try new things.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you asking me to come on.
Yeah. And thank you for listening to Tripoint Conversations.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Tripoint Conversations. Make sure you hit subscribe wherever you're listening so you never miss an episode. If this conversation resonated with you, share it with a friend or someone who's navigating their own next chapter. And if you know a story that deserves to be heard, or maybe that story is yours, head to tripointstrategicgroup.com and send me a note. I can't wait to keep this journey going with you and introduce you to more incredible people who are shaping their communities one story at a time.